allowing local network access while blocking internet access. I have a network computer that is used as a remote print/scan server, which is shared by numerous users. Is there any way I can block the machine's internet access while still allowing it to connect to our local network? Edit. Essentially, it's a Windows XP machine shared between myself and 5 others in my department, a workaround to share a scanner without purchasing a network-enabled scanner. VNC server is set up on the acting server computer and each user is using a VNC client to access the machine. The machine has its own account and I would like to disable internet access. Is there a way I can disable all internet access from the computer itself without changing group policy settings?
The easiest way to do this by far, but anyone technical could bypass, is simply to go to Internet Properties and change the proxy to something non-existent. Other than this, if you have no internet, you could look at Windows Firewall, if this is Vista Plus, not sure XP supports this, and block port 80 outgoing. Both of these methods can be countered if the machine is not locked down. Personally, if there is no reason for users to be on this other than their programs, just completely lock it down through group policy.
Block default gateway and firewall is a good method because compared to changing the default gateway address to an invalid address, Net Interface IP set address name equals local area connection static 192.168.0.255.0.0.0.0.0.0. It doesn't require DHCP disabling. DNS address to an invalid address. Net Interface IP set DNS local area connection static 127.0.0.1 validate equals no access without using DNS FE http://74.125.224.72 is blocked too. Compared to root delete 0.0.0.0 mask 0.0.0.0 192.168.0.1, the setting is saved.
I think the simplest way for doing this is to set wrong default gateway.
I tried the solution at Makizaki proposes, but I couldn't get it to work. When I set the default gateway to something invalid, it was unable to connect to the network at all, even the local intranet. Instead, I accomplished this by leaving the connection on DHCP, or valid manual config, and unsetting the DNS manually. The first DNS server, I set it to an invalid IP address, 192.0.0.0, and left the second one blank, so no domains will be able to be resolved to an IP address. This means that anything that explicitly uses the IP instead of a domain name will work, but all names will fail. This makes it pretty useless for end users trying to check their Facebook. If you want to add and allow a list of domains that users can resolve, you can put them in a hosts file. Just make sure to keep it updated if IP addresses change.
Uważam w sposób oddychany, pracę tam się dosyć